Chapter 6. Seminole. Wind. Cole didn't get back to his cabin until the sun was already low in the sky. His leg was throbbing hard from the long trip, and every jolt of the empty wagon sent fresh pain shooting up his calf. He was covered in sweat and swamp mud, moving slow as he unhitched the mule and turned it loose in the small corral behind the cabin. That's when he saw her. Katya Volkov was sitting on the front steps of his cabin, her hands folded neatly in her lap. The moment she saw him limping up the path, she shot to her feet. "Cole!" She hurried toward him, her silver-gray eyes wide with worry. The silver cross at her throat caught the last of the sunlight. "I waited for you yesterday," she said, her voice tight. "And then again this morning. When you didn't come with the tinctures like you promised, I got worried. I asked around. Someone told me where you lived." Cole stopped a few feet away from her, suddenly very aware of how filthy and exhausted he looked. "Sorry," he said quietly. God held up. Katya's gaze dropped to his left leg. The torn trouser leg and the ugly purple bruising around the bite were impossible to miss. Her face paled. "You were bitten?" Cole gave a small nod. "Cottonmouth. 3 days ago. Nightwater found me before it got too bad." Katya didn't hesitate. She stepped forward and gently took his arm. "Come inside," she said, her voice suddenly firm. "Let me look at it." Cole started to protest, but she was already guiding him up the steps and into the cabin like he was a stubborn child. Once inside, she made him sit on the edge of his bed while she knelt in front of him. She carefully rolled up his torn trouser leg. When she saw the swollen, angry-looking bite marks, she let out a soft sound of concern. "This looks bad," she whispered, gently touching the skin around the wound. "Does it still hurt a lot?" "Only when I walk," Cole lied. Katya looked up at him, those silver-gray eyes soft with worry. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then she said quietly, "I was scared something had happened to you." Cole stared down at her, his chest feeling strangely tight. "I'm all right," he said, his voice lower than usual. "Takes more than one snake to kill me." Katya gave him a small, shaky smile and squeezed his hand. "Well, maybe next time you could send word so I don't sit on your porch for hours worrying about you." Cole looked at their joined hands, then back at her face. "Maybe next time," he said softly. "I'll make sure I don't miss our meeting." The late afternoon light poured through the cabin window, catching on her silver cross and lighting up her dark hair. For the first time since they'd met, the space between them felt smaller, and neither of them seemed in any hurry to move away.